Hello my friends and welcome to Flying Circus Models. This is the first part of my new project Cl.II UHU from Revell, the Cockpit. And UHU means Eagle Owl. What a cool name selection for a night fighter, right? The kit is pretty old for these days and I decided to add some aftermarket parts like photo H seat belts, cockpit details from Eduard, and resin wheels from a Ukrainian company Reskit. And let's say a special thanks to Galina who packed them for me. Also, I purchased a special paint kit from Hataka for a mid and late war German planes. As you can see, the kit is quite large and has a lot of sprues, and I won't do any inbox review because you can find them online fairly easy. So let's remove all major parts from the sprues and clean them. The cockpit detailing is very nice, especially instrument panel, radio and radar control panel, and other switches and gauges. You can build a great looking model even out of the box, and there is no need for the photo H parts. And it's pretty sad that I will need to remove the vast majority of the detailing for my photo H. However, I'm not very sad about removing seat belts imitations in plastic. They were made together with both seats, and even if you decide not to use aftermarket seat belts, I highly don't recommend you to keep them because they don't look realistic at all. So using my very sharp scalpel, I removed all dials, knobs and gauges from the main panel and from both sides of the cockpit, as well as from some instruments on the radar station. Then I started to assemble the model, and the cockpit floor is the same as the wheel bay. So I had to glue some wheel bay parts on this stage. The next step is to glue pilot and radar operators' seats. Once that was done, I painted all interior parts with Tamiya XF63. The Hataka paint that I had in the paint kit didn't kind of match the already painted Eduard Photo H interior parts. That's why I had to use Tamiya instead. When the main paint dried, I used the mix of the same main XF63 with some drops of light gray XF66 to add some highlights in the cockpit. In this way it won't look too uniform, and this will add more depth into the color. Next is time for colored Photo H parts for cockpit. The instrument panel and right side gauges made as a sandwich with two plates, and I used a super glue to fix them together and to glue them to their places. The instrument panel looks much better with it, and I also added some switches. Then there was the time for radar control station. I also glued all photo edge parts to it. The next step is to cover all interior parts with the layer of a feature to prepare it for the wash process. Using the black panel line accent color from Tamiya, I highlighted, or actually say washed, all cockpit details. And while I'm doing that, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and support me on Patreon if you haven't done that for some weird reason. Thank you so much. Once the wash dried, I used metallic paint with hard dry brush to add some scratches on the most used surfaces, like pedals and place below feet. Then, to remove the shine and gloss, everything was covered with Mr. Crystal Clear semi-gloss. However, with that move, all instruments became semi-gloss too. And I used small drops of Future to imitate glass on all gauges. The next step is seat belts, and because they are already painted, I didn't have to do anything with them. Just remove from the plate, clean and glue them to the pilot's and radar operators' seats. Using the dry pigments, I also added some weathering effect on the places where crew used to have their feet. And now it's time to put all details together. I didn't have any problems with that. All details took their places nice and easy, and I really like how the cockpit turned out. And that's it for this episode. As usual, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press like button and leave your comments below. And don't forget to support me on Patreon, where you can see my videos early, and also I share some interesting pictures there. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episodes.